Hi everybody, welcome to Pure Tarot. So happy new moon in Aquarius. We're February 1st, 2022. It's also the Chinese New Year, the year of the tiger. And this year particularly is the year of the water tiger. So quite fitting for the year during which we'll have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces. So loads of water. But the year of the tiger promises to be very flamboyant. Might be a roller coaster ride, but hey, after 2 years of seclusion, maybe it'll be a nice change. So let's just dive in. I'm gonna pull one card out of my deck first. This is sort of an experiment, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. And I have one card, which is exactly what I wanted. And collective, we're talking about live and learn. So maybe the roller coaster ride I was describing might teach you a few things. But one thing that'll be for sure, you'll feel alive, right? And I think learning, is a great thing. I think we learn until our last breath. So that's a good thing. It's enriching, right? All right. So the spread I intend to do is to draw one card in the center, and I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to draw surrounding cards to radiate out. And the idea is that it represents the mycelium, right? The network to which you're connecting. So a little bit like a game of connect the dots. And I'm not going to want to integrate too much reading the cards with, blending them. I just really want you to feel different energies that are connecting to you, or that you are connecting towards, right? So that's the idea. Okay. For some reason, oh, I'm missing a card. Hold on. For what I want. Let's do it like that. I wanted 8 cards surrounding you for a total of 9 cards with the center card, right? I have no idea why, but that's what I wanted or wished, or that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's look at these energies. So the first one that came out was the 3 of Cups in reverse. I'm going to tell you the cards and then we'll dive in, okay? We'll talk about it more. The other card is the King of Cups. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse. The Devil in reverse. The Magician. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. And we have the Sun in reverse. That's amazing. I'm glad I pulled the Sun. You know, I said I wanted one more card, even if it's in reverse. It's a gorgeous spread. Although they're, yeah, no, it's really gorgeous. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm saying it's interesting because I didn't want to necessarily blend the cards, but I guess I kind of do by default. Anyway, you are the Two of Wands. You're at a crossroad, right? It's interesting. You know, you have the live and learn, so you're about to choose a path that'll take you to many, many incredible experiences. And like I said, this is the year of the tiger, so, you know, you're gonna, I feel you bouncing, you know, and going for it, right? And it's a card, you know, where you'd be sort of preparing yourself, because you're, you know, right at the moment where you're gonna actually either choose or just, you know, take that first step and actually embark on the journey. So let's look at that Three of Cups in reverse there. So this is an energy where, you know, you might have, it feels like friendships, lost friendships here, you know. Maybe you've disconnected with some people that you knew, and maybe it's due simply to, you know, the current situation. You know, we're less in contact and whatnot, so it might not be because you're not necessarily either liking your friends or wanting to speak to them, or mainly see them, because we can always pick up the phone, right? But maybe there are a few of those friends that you actually chose to disconnect from. Maybe they don't correspond to this new life, or this new chapter of your life that you're, you know, walking into. I also want to say that you're creating, right? It's important to note that there's you're generating something. It doesn't just happen to you. It's really important to understand that it's a generative energy. This King of Cups. This is someone or something dear to you. This feels like a well filled with beautiful, clear water, right? That is very refreshing to you. So this particular person, situation, place, whatever it is for you, is a place where you feel, you know, when you quench your thirst, right? It's that kind of energy. So the well is full, right? I don't know, it's a great energy. It's a place where you recharge. This other energy here, the Page of Wands in reverse. This one is a little bit like the Three of Cups in reverse, you know. On this card, it's not just a lack of communication. I'm hearing miscommunication, right? So, like communication that is two people that don't hear each other, right? You say something and then, but it's not what you meant. The person is interpreting, right? So a lot of that misunderstanding energy, miscommunication, like you missed the call, you missed the, you know, that kind of energy. So in this particular avenue here, if I'm gonna, you know, it's like there are like I said, it's a connect the dot kind of game here. So when you connect to this particular Page of Wands in reverse, I want to say, as much as this energy here with the King of Cups refreshes you, this one, there's no fire, there's no, it doesn't stimulate you. So whatever this thing is, you know, the fire is dim, the light is dimmed, it's not as attractive to you, appealing. That's more the word. It doesn't appeal to you anymore because it doesn't feel like a person. Here the Three of Cups felt more like people in your life, like some friends, acquaintances. This feels more like a project, something you've lost interest in. Mind you, it could be a person for you, but I'm really sensing more. It's part of this, you know, this choice that you're making, right? What I want to point out is that here there's like two avenues, there's two directions, and I want to tell you that because the man is, you know, he's got his back turned, this is what he's turning his back to, is this Page of Wands in reverse. So it's something that he's leaving behind kind of thing. Simply, you know, doesn't have to be, you know, oh, I'm leaving, you know, it feels more like simply you're just slowly shifting, like it's not even disdain, right, for this thing. It's just like, okay, my curiosity is pulling me in a different direction, that kind of thing. And here you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, so it's the same vibe on these two cards, in terms of things that are not corresponding to you anymore. So this is also another thing you're choosing not to pursue. And look how crazy this is. There's a beautiful tiger at the top of this card, but the card came out in reverse. So this lunar year of the tiger is really telling you to spin your world around and to go into a different direction. Really interesting. And look at that as well. You have all these fingers pointing, you know, so there's something about, it's telling you, no, this way, this, you know, like redirect. That's funny. And it's going to be part of the process of live and learn, right? Then we have the Devil in reverse. Look at that devil. I love these cards. So, this is so Martian, right? Like the glyph of Mars, right? And yet there's like a moon behind him. And he's on the edge of a cliff. This is really interesting. I love it. So, you know, again, you're releasing. This is, you know, it's beautiful because I feel that everything is happening very organically. You know, the fact that this devil is in reverse, it's telling me that the chains have just fallen. You know, they didn't even have to break the chains, right? The chains just fall. Like, you know, when you have the, I don't know, the circle, the metal circle that attaches, right? And then it just magically, it opens and it falls, it drops. That's what I have, the image I have. It just happens. And it's an easy release. It's not a difficult one. So, you know, collective, you know, there's Mars is going to conjunct Venus soon. So in Capricorn, that's going to be very interesting, you know. And in Capricorn we have the Devil card, so that's part of the equation. So there's a huge release happening for you around that conjunction, and it obviously could pertain to a person, a relationship, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be inside of you, right? A more Martian and a more Venusian side of you, right? All the themes of passion and the way you relate, your values, your self-worth, all of these particular things where you release old ways of thinking, right? Like that used to chain you regarding those topics. And it could be from people if you're disconnecting from friends here, but it's mostly, I feel, also release from slowly shifting and realizing that there's more out there, you know, and that you just wanted new experiences. You know, that tiger really wants to get out of his cage. And then we have the Magician. That's amazing. I mean, there's nothing you can't do. You're going to feel confident. I really love this energy of there's a little bit the way the imagery on this card is, like the different elements, they're like moving pieces, right? In this image, instead of being placed on the table the way we usually see these depicted, there's a lot of movement on this card. So what I really like is the swirl, right? Like you can really sense the energy. That's really strong. So it's like that tiger that just wants to bounce, right? Pounce, whatever you call it. And you know, the Magician is just as fluid and feline as the tiger, right? He just jumps and it looks like effortless. And it probably feels effortless. I think you should really harness that to the fullest. It's really beautiful. I mean, it feels like it's you. I don't know. It could be outside of you, right? Again, you could know someone like that. It just feels more a manifestation, and in terms of how you feel that you can actually govern your life, right? And steer into the new directions, towards the new directions, the new path, basically. And how effortless it is to release and just shift. Because like I said, this is not like, you know, that it was necessarily conflictual, or, you know, it's just like, it just naturally falls off. Then we have the Hangman in reverse. So another energy where you're coming out of, you know, feeling suspended and, you know, waiting for things to happen to you. You're going towards what you want. You're fully taking that first step forward and walking into this new future, these new experiences. I really want to stress that it's a matter of, and it's really interesting. Now I'm seeing, you know, like the Magician and the King of Cups here. I wanna express that, you know, maybe this well of that was so refreshing, you know, it could be inside of you, right? It could be you being in touch with your emotions, and by really being in touch with that deeper part of your soul, you know, listening to your heart, that's what's, you know, helping you steer yourself into the right, into like the right swimming lane. That's really cool. Swim lane, not swimming, swim lane, whatever you call it. That's funny. Anyways, and then we end with the Sun in reverse. I mean, for me, even if the Sun is in reverse, it can never, I'm still happy to see the Sun. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of delays in terms of everything you want to action. It could also pertain to, you know, the fact that you will live intensely new experiences. But like I said, there will be a side to these experiences where, you know, you'll learn. You know, you might have a few scratches, a few, you know, small burns, like things that, you know, are not so comfortable. It's not always just easy peasy, right? But all these experiences build you up. And they mostly, this tiger is really leaping towards his happiness, you know? This tiger being you, collective. And I really want to make absolutely sure that this is not a specific reading. It's not for one person. This is for each and every one of you, because we all are this tiger. And I think we all need to shift. If we want the collective to shift, each and every one has to shift, right? Anyways, I'm sure you understand what I mean. In terms of global change, so I'm going to leave it there because really the onset is on you in terms of, not the onset, I'm not sure how to say this. I mean, it's up to you to identify if this corresponds, you know, if each card corresponds to a person, a situation, a place, etc., and how it resonates particularly for you. But it's gonna be a roller coaster ride, but one that really there's a lot of self-discovery, and there's a lot of happiness and joy. That's the end message here with the sun. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Give me a like. Please share if you did. Thank you. I'll see you soon.